Okay, so the last hunt of the season is upon us. Possibly the last hunt, very likely the last hunt. My plan was initially to go after Barbary sheep in the Eastern Cape at Frontier Safaris. Now, our plan has changed a little bit. The plan would have been to shoot the 28 Sherman mag, IBI barrel, vampire action from BAT. It's basically the Bumblebee, as you see behind me, but a long action variant, also made from aluminium. Now, the plan was to shoot that rifle and go after Barbaries, as I mentioned, but the problem is the Barbaries are on a different farm and they're quite a ways away from Frontier Safaris. And I really didn't want to split up the group because I want to go after Barbary sheep, but the rest of the guys want to shoot antelope and eland and kudu and those kind of things. So we changed our plan and we're going to go after some impala with my bow. That's the plan. So we're probably going to spend the majority of the possibly first 2 days to try and get that done, which I hope we can do. I am not so keen on shooting an impala out of a hide, so I want to do walk and stalk. I'm relatively confident that if we get within about 30 meters, that I can put that I can put an arrow where it needs to go. My bow is super accurate. I've been shooting it more than ever, so I'm relatively confident in that skill set. And I really hope we can take you guys along that journey. Now, obviously hunting is really hard. Bow hunting, much harder. We know that. Filming a hunting video with a rifle, really hard. Filming a bow hunt, harder, possibly. So yeah, that is going to be a challenge. So I hope we can get it done. And I really want to have my first bow harvest on video. I think that could be a really special thing to do. If we're not successful with the bow, we're probably going to switch to Sam after about a day and a half, because I do need some more biltong. My folks have ordered some more meat, so we are going to get some lekker footage for you guys there, getting some impalas and stuff like that, a kudu cow hopefully, and if we see a nice eland, it's going to be really hard to pass for me because I've really wanted to get a nice eland bull. And last year when we were there, they had a magnificent one while Skulk was set up on some blesbok. This bull just came out and we would have had an opportunity there, but he wasn't on the list for the day, so yeah, we skipped that. Anyway, I'm super pumped to go back to Frontier Safaris. And in fact, if you haven't watched the Frontier Safaris videos, and if you're a new subscriber, man, if you're into hunting, there's a little gold mine up here for you to spend the next few days watching. It's also the place where they fooled me into shooting a mount at about 400 meters. I think it was that far. I can't remember. I kind of repressed that memory. But they put a mount in a bush and they played some sounds and everybody was in on it except me, and I looked like a complete ass and I was shooting this.
We put a mount in the bush. You told Peter it's a real good. It's like shooting at a mount.
This thing, the only saving grace there was that I shot a really good group in the neck of this animal, which was the only real spot that I could aim at. But yeah, that was pretty bad. And if hopefully my brother doesn't watch this video, because he mentioned that he also wanted to hunt something, and maybe we can play a trick on him too. That would be the icing on the cake. Full circle payback. So I'm maybe going to schedule this video to go out publicly to you guys when we're out at the hunt, and I know he's not going to have internet to watch this video. So let's see if we can make something happen. Anyway, so I made a few changes to Sam. You guys know Sam. Sam is an acronym, short action monster. That's what Sam stands for. So let's work our way from the front. So we're running the Warbird again. I'm running it in the match configuration with sort of the end cap on. IBI carbon fiber barrel. Gonna go with my Sky Pod. Got an APW Arca rail on the front here. In fact, no, it's an MDT Arca rail on the front. LSS XL Gen 2 chassis, vertical grip, BAT Bumblebee action. The big change here is I made two changes. I changed the buttstock out. This was the buttstock that I had on initially. Now, changing from this one to this one saved me an additional 200 grams, so quite a bit. I also swapped out earlier the cheek piece. I was tempted to go for the carbon fiber one just to pick up on the carbon with the barrel, but I kind of wanted this soft, new, slimmer line version that MDT's recently come out with. We also have these in stock, by the way. Really nice little upgrade. And what I also like about it is they've, instead of doing round holes where you could index, they've actually made the holes sort of oval shape, so you can actually slide this guy up and down to get it perfect, because it's so important to have a good rifle setup so that when you're putting your face on the gun, that you immediately have perfect eye relief. So that is very important. Scope wise, LHT 4.5 to 22, the new first focal plane hunting optic, and then I've got some MDT rings on there. I think that about covers it. One more thing, my on switch over here, obviously this rifle is clean and clear. got a 2-stage trigger tech diamond in, and I run the same trigger at the same weight, and I use a digital trigger pull gauge. So I've set up every single one of my rifles that they're exactly the same. Now what that means for me is whether I'm shooting a competition, a long range match, or I'm hunting, I know exactly when that round is going to go downrange, and that is super vital just to have that sort of consistency throughout all of your rifle systems. It's really, really cool. And I've really liked, I used to shoot single stage triggers all the time, but I've recently gone to the 2 stages and they're working really well for me. Bullet wise, I'm shooting 156 grain Berger hunting bullet, extreme outer limit bullet if you want to look up this specific bullet. And these are running at about 3,000 feet per second, so not laser lightning fast, because you don't gain that much by pushing them another 200 feet per second faster. So these have been hammering. I've currently got 22 rounds loaded for this. I actually had a bit of a boo-boo. I bought the wrong bushing and I absolutely wrecked one of my cases. Again, this is where my dyslexia comes in. It's like 0.293 and I got a 0.239 bushings. So when I was like, why is it not going? And as I pushed the 0 down, it just trashed the case, which is not cool because I only have 98 of these 6.5 Sherman cases left. So I'm super excited to head back to Frontier. Every year we've been there since the get-go has been better than the year before. It's an awesome place. You've never seen a game like that. The terrain, everything is cool. My brother is coming with, so we're going to do our very best to get you guys, the content that you're used to. And again, if you haven't watched our previous films at Frontier, I'm going to make a Frontier specific playlist and I'll link that for you guys up here. Thanks for watching. I'll see you out in the veld. Should be a good one.